suppose to sum it up, you'd have to say it's old school. Whereas race drivers now expect to be wrapped up in cotton wool. That's certainly not going to happen around here. We've got a lot of concrete walls, gravel trap, fast corners, medium speed corners, slow speed corners. It's a good mix up of everything. But if you were to use a word for the place, it would be respect. It's a place that would certainly bite you. It's like going to a Bathurst or something. You just got to go there, treat it with respect, and it'll look after you. But don't respect it, it'll bite.
The track is fantastic. I've driven around the circuit, and it's got a little bit of everything else in the world put together. It's really, really good. And of course, the track can become a dozen tracks depending on which setup that you want to use. It has negative cambers, and it has a good corner with a lot of positive camber, like the carousel at the Nürburgring. It's got a huge, long corner that just keeps going forever. It's got a bus stop like Spa. It's just, it's been designed really well, and I think Tony and Clark and his guys have done it all. It's fantastic.
Well, this track, although it looks very big, is actually incredibly challenging. I find that it's undulating, it goes up and down, which not a lot of New Zealand tracks do, more in Australia do. It's fast, but it's very technical, and I think it's going to test every driver, good and not so good. If you want to come and find out how good you are, I think this is the place to be. Fantastic facility, completed, done well. Full marks to Tony and Christina. Great job for New Zealand.
But it's busy. It's very busy. It's spectacular. There's some incredible corners. It's actually a bloody hard track. But there's so many different combinations. For the uses that this place is going to have is just phenomenal. So many people are going to get so much enjoyment out of having the opportunity to get out there and drive around it and use it for what it should be used for.
The track is actually so long and so technical, it's hard to get your head around it, especially with the figure of 8. I think it kind of confuses me anyway, and we don't kind of know where we're going. But hey, there's an awesome mix of fast and slow. There's a couple little bits which need joining together to make it really flow nicely. But the track and the facilities here are just unbelievably awesome.
When we arrived here, we just could not believe it. We were gobsmacked. The way the place was set out, the beautiful green grass, the museum, the kart tracks, the VIP rooms. It was just fantastic. Gasoline alley where all the garages are. We had no idea that it was like this. And Tony sort of said he's got a racetrack, but I expected nothing like this. And to drive the BMW again, which I've been reunited with a few times over the last couple of years, thanks to Peter Sturgeon, it was absolutely fantastic, really, really good.
I think the favourite sequence would be, it's just something about coming up over the bridge there. You get airborne going onto it, and then you get airborne coming off it, and you've got to stop and turn. It's quite a sharp rise in third, fourth gear. It's just something I've never had to do. It's sort of up and down, and it's just a real challenge to keep the car on the ground and yet still stop for the corner.
You'd have to say, as you head out into the forest, you think you could be in the middle of Monza or somewhere. It's a massive corner, and the corner will only get better because the track's fairly green at the moment. We're all sort of taking the safety line on the inside, but that line will certainly widen, and that corner will just become one of the famous corners of New Zealand motorsport. But I guess the other one I really like is when you come back under the bridge and down into the section where the carousel, it's really just a carbon copy of the Nordschleife carousel. So there's so many areas in the circuit that you tend to favour coming up over the bridge. That's a different thing for us because obviously the only bridge I've ever been across is at Oran Park, and it was a dirty old sort of railway bridge. So to come here and just see such a fresh, pin sharp facility, track's fantastic.